Hey, what's going on? My name is Harrison, and this is going to be an Unreal Engine 4 C++ tutorial on trigger boxes and how to create one and how to have it react to different events. So let's go ahead and push play and see the final product. And always, there should be a GitHub link down in the description below, so if you want to just grab the code and move on, you definitely can. So we push play, so we have this trigger box right here. We enter it, and we print to the screen about what the overlapped actor is and just another screen message. Then when we exit, it responds to what actor exited the trigger box and that. So let's go ahead, delete it, and recreate it in C++. Get rid of that, right click, new C++ class. You're going to want to click show all classes. You're going to want to search for TriggerBox. So just type in trigger, choose TriggerBox, click next. Just go ahead and call it my TriggerBox and say create class. Awesome, so the engine just created the files for us. Unlike some other actors you might create or some other classes you might create, this TriggerBox doesn't provide all of the functions that we want to immediately begin with. We're kind of given some blank files, so let's go ahead and set these up so we can then write our code. First, in the header file, let's go ahead and create our begin play function. Let's make it protected. It'll be virtual void begin play, and we're going to want to override it. Next, we'll do public. And we want to create a constructor. In my case, it's my trigger box. Now we want to create two functions for the overlap begin and the overlap end. They're going to be U functions, void on overlap begin. Sets two parameters. It'll be two actors for the overlapping actor and the other actor that overlaps with it. The first one's going to be called overlapped actor. You can call it whatever you want. Class A actor pointer, other actor. And we're going to repeat the same process and just call it on overlap end. Void on overlap end. Class A actor. Class A actor pointer, other actor. Okay, that should be it for the header file. Let's go ahead and jump into the CPP file. I'm going to do some things to set it up. Let's go ahead and define a couple of print values so it'll be easier to print messages to the screen. Define print text. So with that function, now we can just write print, add in some text, and it'll immediately print to the screen rather than writing the gengine arrow operator function every time. And we'll do the same for an F string. Okay, that should be good for those. Now let's move on. Let's go ahead and include our, let me move these above the include. Next we're going to include our debug helpers so we can visualize the trigger box. So next, let's go ahead and do our constructor class or our constructor function so we can define some default values. So these next two functions, these are what are going to generate. We're going to tell this trigger box to run these functions on overlap begin and on overlap end. So on overlap begin. We want to add dynamic. Bind it to this. Reference our function that we haven't made yet, but we'll make it in a second. My trigger box on overlap begin. So on overlap begin, run the on overlap begin function that we'll make later on. And we'll do the same thing for on overlap end. That should be it for the init function. Let's move on. We want to draw the box when we push play, so let's go ahead and make our begin play function. Super begin play. Next, we're going to want to draw our box. We want to draw it where we put the actor in the game world, so we'll draw it at the actor's location and use the get actor location to get that vector. There we go. And so we want to draw the box as large as the element is that we dragged in. So if we rescale it, the box that we draw will be the same size. So whatever the actor's bounding box is, that's how big this box will be drawn. And we get that by running the get components bounding box function. Oh, don't forget get extent. My fault. Filled out the rest of the parameters, saying to not erase it when we're done with it and to make the width of the line 5 Unreal units. Now we get to do our overlap functions. Nope, that's not right. Okay, my trigger box on overlap begin. These are the parameters. Overlapped, overlap factor. Another one, a actor on the other actor. If other actor is true, meaning that another actor is overlapping and the other actor is not itself. We will run the below function. So one, just print to the screen that the overlap has occurred. Now let's go ahead and print the name as well, so we get a little bit more information on what's going on. Arrow operator, get name. And so all that's doing is, if on overlap, when that occurs, if the other actor is true and it doesn't equal this actor, just print overlap begin, and also get this parameter, the overlapped actor parameter, spell it right, and then get the name from that actor. So let's go ahead and pretty much do the same thing for our end, and we'll change up some of the parameters. On overlap end, the overlap has ended, and instead of other actor, let's go ahead and get instead of overlapped actor, let's go ahead and get other actor. And I think that's it. I probably messed up somewhere, but let's go ahead back into the editor, compile, and debug from there. Alright, let's see where the errors are. Add dynamics, have class chat union. Oh, my bad. It's not on overlap begin. That's the function that we called it. It's on actor overlap begin. So that's my fault. Another one on actor overlap begin. Oh God, I did it wrong again. That's why I got the notes to the right side of me. On actor begin overlap, on actor end overlap. That should clear up some bugs. What did I do there? Syntax missing 27 and 36. Oh, just add a semicolon, and now we should be okay. Printf format, this text has to be all capital. I make that mistake a lot. Let's see what happens now. Still, format string should be. I named the function wrong. Let's just change this to printf. That should work out fine, man. I was calling printf and printf wasn't defined. It was printf string. F color. This is on 27. There we go. It's always 2 colons, not 1. Push play, and that should hopefully clear up the errors. Oh no! I push play. I need to push compile. Alright, compile successful. Finally, drag it in. R to resize. I'm gonna make it bigger. Let's drag it up a little bit. Alright, push play. Walk in. You have the purple box that we created. Overlap begin. It's also triggering to the screen the object that I overlapped. Now, as I exit, it will print overlap exit along with the first person name. So there you go. Overlap ended with the first person name. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.